Welcome to round number 3. We are facing Diabolic 30 and we are on the play. Seems okay. I don't really know what our opponent's playing, so just looking to keep a well-rounded hand. Wish is interesting. Green Sun. I don't know what our opponent's playing. It could be a variety of things. I think here we just go get Infernal Tutor and then hope to not draw land next turn so we can win. A card we could imprint onto Chromox would actually be ideal. Hopefully they're just on the Titan deck and just play like the 2-4 and pass. Okay, we don't care about Narset. But their deck does look a little more blue than I thought they would be. Well, Veil was a good draw. The question is, we're one short of being able to Veil into the win. So I think I'm actually going to pass. And there's a force. So if they didn't have one before, they definitely have one now. So this is maybe just like some weird Bug Evil deck with Narset in it. Now we're seeing Savannah. I don't know what's going on here. Sure. I have a feeling our opponent just has double force and we're probably done here. Well, we can test our opponent here by just playing force, and then next turn go off again with Veil back up. Alright, so they did have double force, and they chose to show us one we didn't know about. And I guess we'll try again next turn. The running Veils have been pretty good. And our opponent's just terrified to minus this Teferi. I think that they should probably have drawn a card, but I don't know what their hand is. That actually doesn't win here. Alright, we're going to ship it. It's really good. But that is not the scariest thing they could have put into play. Okay, so they had 3 forces. I think we're just supposed to try to like tendrils them out the hard way here. And if they have more interaction, we just lose anyway. And our opponent has conceded the game. Woot woot. It was interesting. Categorize this as a rogue. Bant, no. We're on the draw. They're very likely to have oof. I wonder if I want to do something like that. Especially considering the amount of counter magic our opponent had. Another option is to board in win-win condition, which might not be bad. Probably Aura Rite of Flame. This just makes our deck very dense, full of like good cards. Where this isn't really a speed-based matchup, and this hand is not keepable. This hand is very good. Might be crazy, but I think Ponder might be the bottom here. Like everything else in her hand is like so crucial to her plan. I'm just gonna cast the carpet. This either forces them to fetch for a forest or counter it, and I'm fine with both. Double pierce. Okay. Opponent's down to 2 cards. Really could have used another land. Sure. Don't really care about Rip. There we go. I think the plan this game might be to empty. I'm not sure quite yet. That was really good. Okay. I missequenced there because if they had something that blew up Lion's Eye Diamond, that was very poor. Hold control, and we're just going to cast empty here. In theory, we can Infernal Tutor for Tendrils. We lose to a Veil. Do we want to lose to Veil of Summer? We flat out win, or we flat out lose. Versus just getting an empty. Would empty for 16 win? We would need 2 attack steps at the bare minimum. I mean, I have a pretty strong feeling that their deck would be playing Veil of Summer as well. This is our game to lose, so I just want to make the right decision here. Like, why would they elk the grid if they didn't have some sort of interaction? But maybe they're just holding another Pierce or a Fluster that they didn't want to use on the Veil. It's a tough choice. If we make the wrong choice, there's still a game 3, but I would just prefer to not allow that to happen, I think. So I'm going to empty. I requested from our opponent that they tell us if they had Veil after the match. It's worth noting that the Bant decks probably don't have a lot of answers to a horde of goblins. Interesting. I don't know if that's better than gaining 3 life. Then we have Decay on top. I also think they probably should have blocked the grid last turn with the Quaddle. Oh, it didn't have Death Touch. My bad. Well, I guess it still doesn't have Death Touch. So that's still 14. Let's see if our opponent will be nice and tell us if they had Veil. It looks like they're not going to, but then it does advance us to 2-1, which isn't bad. I think we made the right choice. I mean, we won, but ultimately, I think the risk wasn't worth the reward of winning that turn. Like, we were in a pretty good board state. It was a tough decision. I think the greedy line is the Tendrils line. I think the safe line is what we did. Like, our opponent would have had to have runner as their draw step and their last card in hand, and I just don't think that was very likely.